Hey guys, Super Guzzle Final Wars here, and today I'm gonna be talking about my top 10 favorite T-Rex design, or my top 10 favorite T-Rexes, or whatever. So, yeah, let's just go on ahead and get this show on the road. Number 10, Walking with Dinosaurs T-Rex. Now this Rex possibly has sort of one of the most iconic T-Rex roars, considering it's made a few comebacks, and not just in a few video games, but also a few people on YouTube are also using this particular roar. This T-Rex may not look intimidating or actually, well, horrifying, but I will say I like on how the way the people who made this T-Rex design look. Because when you see T-Rex, you expect it just to go around killing things. But no, when Walking with Dinosaurs came out, this T-Rex was just more like an animal doing its own thing. As a matter of fact, that's what every dinosaur documentary is trying to do when they're making a T-Rex appear. They're trying to show people that a T-Rex is not meant to be a big, scary predator they need to run away from. Sometimes it can be a gentle giant. That depends on how the way it's feeling. Although I will say though, the only thing I did not like about it was the fact that its head was just like too more like a marshmallow, like a weird marshmallow shape or a weird gumball shape. And the fact that its tail just kept on moving around, it was like really weird. I really did not like that. To me, that just made me a little uncomfortable. Number 9, When Dinosaurs Roamed America, T-Rex. This T-Rex was a really cool T-Rex design, I will admit. The T-Rex design almost looks like an innocent dinosaur. As a matter of fact, this T-Rex design almost closely resembles the more realistic T-Rex design. And not just that, I love how the way they portray this animal in When Dinosaurs Roamed America, because at first when I saw the T-Rex, it just was just a predator on the hunt, but then again, the T-Rex that we saw was just a juvenile. Yeah, it was just a juvenile. The parents were just in the forest chilling until the juvenile came back and they had to go on a family hunt so that way the juveniles can know how to hunt for themselves. Not just that, I love the roars of this T-Rex. The other thing that's disappointing about this T-Rex was how the way it was completely very fastly killed. Like, once it appeared, it was just flat out dead. The Walking with Dinosaurs T-Rex definitely had more screen time than this T-Rex. I felt like we could have gotten a bit more screen time with this T-Rex. Number 8, Grumpy from Land of the Lost. This was definitely another favorite of mine. Not my number one best favorite T-Rex, but it was a really cool T-Rex design. Yes, I will admit, the movie was really strange and really weird, and not strange, really weird. Like, really disturbing to me, to be honest. But at least the film made up for it by giving us a really cool looking T-Rex. And not just that, this T-Rex is revenge that against one of the characters who called his brain a walnut-sized brain. He basically, this T-Rex did everything that he can to prove that T-Rexes are not dumb. They're smarter than they look. And that's just it. Number 7, Clash of the Dinosaurs, T-Rex. Yes, this is another T-Rex that almost slightly resembles the more realistic T-Rex. But I will admit, this T-Rex does not look all that bad. And wonder why do I have such a big problem with the more realistic T-Rex? I don't really have a problem with it. It's just that I prefer the less accurate T-Rex. Because I basically grew up watching the less accurate T-Rex in action. Like, yes, I do like the accurate T-Rex. If that's what people prefer, then that's fine. But to me, I just prefer the less accurate T-Rex. I will admit, this T-Rex does not have the best roars. I feel like it could have had better, much better. But I will admit, the design they went for this T-Rex was just incredible. I just wish that I just wish that the documentary that I was featured in didn't start repeating the same scenes over and over and over again. More annoying than Godzilla's Revenge. Number 6. Jurassic Fight Club T-Rex. This is a T-Rex that I was a really big fan of. Yes, a lot of people have a lot of problems with Jurassic Fight Club, but me personally, I like Jurassic Fight Club. It was not just a showdown between different dinosaurs, but on how the way they portray this T-Rex, it's more like an unstoppable force of nature, and not just that, even as a baby, this T-Rex has an enemy, and that enemy is Nanotyrannus, a dinosaur that literally hunts and kills baby T-Rexes. Most people argue that Nanotyrannus was just a baby of the T-Rex, or other people just argue that it's its own species. Me personally, I think Nanotyrannus is its own species. Sorry about that, I just had to get a drink. Not just that, I love how the way the Jurassic Park Club showed on how more overprotective a female T-Rex is over her baby. Because when she arrived, she was just flat out peed off when a Nanotyrannus killed one of her babies and was threatening the other one. Like, I just love it. I love it. Number 5, Primeval T-Rex. This T-Rex only appeared in season 4 or 3 or 5 of Primeval. I can't remember. But it definitely appeared in Primeval, and it was one of my favorites. Matter of fact, it slightly almost resembles the Jurassic Park T-Rex, mixed in with the Dinosaurs Roamed America T-Rex, and a little bit of the V-Rex, and there's the reason why I'm not including him, because, well, yes, it's a T-Rex that evolved into V-Rex, but to me personally, I just think that V-Rex is just its own species. But I love Primeval T-Rex. I wish we saw more of it, like making a comeback or whatever. I will admit the roars were just a little confusing to me. To be honest, when I heard this thing roar, it doesn't sound like an actual intimidating creature. It just sounds more like a vacuum cleaner mixed in with a lion, crocodile, and a little bit of that Walking with Dinosaurs T-Rex roar, but just high pitched and sounds more like a girl laughing. Number 4, or One Eye from Speckles the Tarbosaurus. This was just a flat out villain T-Rex. I love it on how the way they showed One Eye. Because he was not just a T-Rex that was living in Asia. He was just a T-Rex that was just a flat out villain. It almost resembled Scar. Is that unlike Scar, he was actually missing an eye, and he had a lot of battle scars. Showing that he's been through wars, he's been through fights, he's very experienced. And he'll do anything in his power to get what he wants. And not just that, I love how the way they give him this reddish look, like make him more like a freaking demon. I love it. I just wish that they just give him different roars besides the same roars. Number 4, Stumpy from Dinosaur Revolution. This T-Rex was Well, originally not supposed to be on my list. As a matter of fact, there was someone else who was supposed to be on the list, but I just chose him. Because, well, I guess I'm looking back at it, and I just prefer the villainous T-Rex more than Stumpy because, well, he looks more intimidating than this T-Rex, because this T-Rex looks, well, less intimidating, but he has really good character development, and not just that, his character is more like a father who got his butt kicked, but he's trying to do what he can to protect his family, but ends up losing his offspring, his first batch of offspring, his mate is in a depression, he's trying to do what he can to make her feel better, but after killing the T-Rex that killed his kids, he ends up having a new thing. He ends up having new offspring, well, only one. So, yeah. But I just prefer the villainous T-Rex, because he looks more like a freaking, like a T-Rex with a skull on its face. Number 3, Prehistoric Planet T-Rex. Yes, this is a very accurate T-Rex. Now, because it's a lot more fatter, because, well, apparently the real-life T-Rex is actually more fatter than it was originally. And it has lips, like most lizards do. And when this T-Rex was first shown, people immediately gave him the nickname Hank. Like, literally, they gave him the nickname Hank. Despite we didn't see the same T-Rex that we saw in the first episode of Prehistoric Planet. Because the T-Rex that killed the Triceratops was such a completely different T-Rex. Because, like, literally, we couldn't tell these two T-Rexes apart. Like, they could be Hank, or they could not be. But I just love on how the way this T-Rex was portrayed in his little series. Because when I first saw him, he was just more like a casual father T-Rex looking after his offspring. And this shows that even a father T-Rex can be a gentle one. And not just that, I just love on how the way they portrayed him more like a more realistic animal. Number 2, or yeah, Fang from Primal. Yes, most people are confused that if Fang is a T-Rex or a relative of T-Rex. But me personally, I think Fang is a T-Rex. Just a very small one. And that can open her mouth really wide. And I like how her design is. Like, she's just a mix between the accurate T-Rex and the less accurate T-Rex. Like, she has lips, but most of her teeth are sticking out from her lip. Like, out of her lips. Not like penetrating her lips, but just sticking out of it. You know what I mean. You see her design, you know what I mean. Not to say she's a very fast T-Rex. Like, she runs very fast. She's the only T-Rex that prefers to eat fish. Yes, she does eat other dinosaurs most of the time, but yeah. Finally, number 1. The one and only Jurassic World / Park T-Rex. This T-Rex is just overall my favorite T-Rex, and you can also see why. I love the Jurassic Park / World franchise, and not just that, I love how the way they made this T-Rex, and it gave it the most iconic roar of a T-Rex. So much so it even was featured a little bit in Prehistoric Planet, actually, when I look back at it. This T-Rex is possibly the most popular T-Rex design in the world, despite it not being completely accurate or not. But overall, when I'm doing it, like, I'm just speechless, because I just love this T-Rex design. And not just that, it's possibly the best looking T-Rex, in my opinion. Way better than all the others. So that was my top 10 favorite T-Rex designs. Tell me in the comments below, what do you guys think? What's your favorite? What's your number 1 favorite? Anyways, I hope you guys liked this video. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.